Thanks for joining us here tonight at UCTV News. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Gracie Enright.
We first turn to controversy surrounding the undergraduate student government right here at UConn. CLAS Senator Tim Sullivan was impeached this past Thursday for allegedly attempting to buy the support of one of USG's justices right here on campus. Sullivan's impeachment comes just after information surfaced that he allegedly promised one of the two justices that he would be reappointed if he pledged to oppose an elections violation against USG presidential candidate Stephanie Sponzo. Sponzo is currently facing allegations of an unfair endorsement of her presidential campaign at a USG-funded event. Sullivan will be tried this coming week, and the Senate will vote on Wednesday whether or not to remove him from office.
Candidates for the upcoming USG elections presented their positions Thursday night to a crowd of students in the student union. Center stage at this event was the presidential race between External Affairs Committee Chairman Daniel Byrd, Student Services Committee Chairwoman Eliza Conrad, and McMahon Senator Stephanie Sponzo. Each candidate and their running mates provided position statements and answered questions from the moderators. The USG elections will take place March 2nd until March 4th. Students can vote using their net ID on vote.uconn.edu.
Something new going on here at UConn. The Office of Emergency Management has launched a new campaign designed to raise awareness amongst the campus called UConn Ready. The office put a statement out on their website saying that the new program coordinates preparedness efforts and emergency training of staff, faculty, and students across every single UConn campus. In addition, the new program gives students and faculty instructions how exactly to respond to different emergency situations, for example, like an active shooter.
Bowing to pressure from local Republican leaders, first-term Mansfield Republican Town Council member and former UConn USG President Mark Sargent is dropping his bid for state senate in the 29th District and will instead run for the 54th State House District in Mansfield. Sargent's campaign manager, Anthony Petrone, said in a press release, quote, "Mr. Sargent's decision to run for state representative reflects his dedication to party unity and to the people of Mansfield." Sargent will face three-term state representative Gregory Haddad in the race, but many people are saying that this could be a tough race for Sargent to win, given that Haddad had won 68.1% in the vote in 2014.
Now we turn to an issue that's been all over the headlines recently, gun violence and the debate over different gun control measures here in Connecticut. Following the tragic workplace shooting that took place in Heston, Kansas, and the shooting rampage that also occurred in Kalamazoo, Michigan, people around the country are talking about what they can do to reduce the number of people killed by guns each year. UCTV's Cheyenne Baker joins us now with a look of the issue of gun violence in our state and what exactly lawmakers are trying to do to find a solution to this ongoing epidemic.
Connecticut has some of the strictest gun laws in the nation, passed in 2013 in the wake of the Newtown massacre. It includes a ban of assault-style weapons and high-capacity magazines. But even with that, homicides in Hartford are up, just like in the rest of the United States. With a year that saw the most homicides in Hartford since 2009 with 31, community advocates against gun violence across the state say they are stepping up their efforts to curb gun violence.
We have done things to show the community that we love them and that we support them and that we're seeking justice in our communities.
Still, despite the efforts of local community leaders and state politicians, other officials say congressional gridlock and the powerful influence of the gun lobby are mostly to blame for the lack of action.
In the House of Representatives, shamefully, we have not even taken up the issue, meaning there hasn't even been a vote.
Even with the political hurdles, members of the Connecticut congressional delegation say they won't give up until serious action is taken.
And what I think about are the kids in the north end of Hartford who every night have to listen to the wailing of sirens. What it must be like to grow up in a neighborhood in which every few days there's somebody, maybe somebody you know, that gets gunned down.
While this issue has been drawing a lot of support from politicians in Washington and Hartford, there is still a disconnect between politics and the people who live right here. Reporting for UConn News, I'm Cheyenne Baker.
You know, I think it's interesting to see Cheyenne's point of view on how much lawmakers are trying to do on a local level.
Well, and I'm sure this will be a topic we'll be hearing a lot more about as November comes closer and closer.
Yeah, great story by Cheyenne.
Coming up next, we take a look at what's going on in the rest of the United States. Stay tuned for more UCTV news right after the break.